EU in crisis. The EU's bad policy makes Poland unbearable. Ursula von der Leyen and her fellow eurocrats are presiding over an unlawful entity, Poland's education minister has said in a scathing attack. And Przemysław Czarnek has vowed to teach children in his country what he regards as the truth about Brussels during lessons aimed at strengthening Polish identity. Mr. Czarnek was speaking during a week in which Poland found itself at loggerheads with the bloc once more. There comes a time when a country like Poland says the income from the EU dilutes our pain and heritage. They are a proud European country that has been ravaged by EU members over the years, and they are now being threatened by these very same EU countries. Time to stand again, not only against a financial beating, but with pride in your heritage. I remember the pride I had in Poland when they overthrew communism. All you need to do now is overthrow the EU bloc, which is more insidious than Soviet Russia. Yesterday, the 35-strong delegation of MEPs, who are members of the Law and Justice Party, drew criticism after voting against a proposal to offer the European Parliament oversight of how money from its £677 billion coronavirus rescue fund was spent. Former Polish Prime Minister and European Council President Donald Tusk were among those who weighed in, tweeting, "Shame on you," in a remark aimed at the right-wing party, which heads up Poland's government led by Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki. The incident served to highlight ongoing tensions with the EU. Speaking to Radio Wrocław, Mr. Czarnek, who was also a member of PIS, touted education reforms unveiled this week as part of the government's new Polish Deal program. He explained, these will include Poland's access to and functioning within the EU and the evolution of the EU from a lawful to an unlawful entity. Because today, it is an unlawful entity that does not adhere to its own legal framework. We see that clearly. Mr. Czarnek said it was also time for Poland to end what he called the pedagogy of shame. Instead, schools should promote a pedagogy of pride, as does every normal country in Europe and the world. He denied such an approach, which involves forgetting the ugly parts of Poland's past, but would instead focus on showing what is beautiful in our history. If Poles do not know their past, are not tied to their identity, Poland will not develop naturally. Many Poles see greatness somewhere abroad, instead of looking at what is great in Polish history. We have given a lot to Europe. Knowledge of this should be greater, so that we can feel pride that we are Poles. Creep of authoritarianism, and it's going to dawn on all these so-called leaders that they have lost all sovereignty when it's too late. This is why we left. The Brexiteers wanted to rule their own country, and the remainders were more than happy being told what to do, even if it was against their own country's interests, as they are sheep. What are your thoughts on this issue? Let me know what you think and we can discuss it. If you find the video good, please don't regret one like and share them. Thank you.